I'm continuing my talk with the parole. She's a parole officer. Her name is Felicia. So I'm going to continue to let y'all hear what she has to say, because we have been talking for a long time. So I'm going to let y'all continue to hear that. Then I'm going to also bring my other guests on so you can hear what he has to say.
And then later on, I saw him again. I said, I wonder if he's really making this change, because he kind of went downhill after high school. He graduated, but my younger brother, his dad had died.
Wow.
And they just lost their world. And there was nothing that we could do. We're outside them. We can invite them to come live with us, and did. But it was like, when they're in that state of grief, it's almost like you don't even have enough resources to help the inside of them.
Yes.
And you can do something about where they live, what they eat, shoes on their clothes. You can give them all that. But that inside is shredded.
Right.
That is, and the inside is always sacred ground. It's sacred ground, or it's scary living inside my body.
That's true.
Like I was telling the young lady I teach a Zumba after I finished, I said, they always say that my Zumba class is a combination of Zumba dancing and a TED Talk.
Okay.
Because look, I got to let you know that your body is your true home.
That's true.
Because if you don't take care of your body, where you gonna live?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So I'm always talking to him about it. So imagine, my physical body is the thing that everybody can see.
Right.
My heart is something that can be expressed.
That's true.
Thinking is something that can be expressed. But
true.
That is all, there's cement block on top of all that. Well, you can't feel nothing no more.
You're speaking nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
Can't feel nothing no more. So I say that there are more people incarcerated in their mind than there are bodily incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? I
said that too. I'm going to be honest. I say that too because I felt like that's where they had to go from being in there. And I felt like they had to go there from being in there, because looking at him and was speaking to him, I just felt like there was so much pain there.
Right. I'm going to go out and come back up.
Okay, thank you, Felicia. Oh, I'm having a great talk with you. Oh, thank y'all, people, for the people that's joining.
You've done it to yourself, too. Right?
Right.
So, if there was nobody in that system, prison system, it's probably dog eat dog. Who the big dog is? It's probably about survival.
Right.
You can't even imagine living on an island like that.
Right.
In your head.
Right.
In your fucking head.
Right.
Is you're in survival mode.
Right.
And then you come back out here, and how do you turn that off?
I don't think they do. Because I really don't think you can turn it off, because I see, like I said, when I was speaking to him, I just seen so much pain, and I see he really wants to try. I see he really wants to get ahead, and I was shocked because I'm a complete stranger to him. Like, he didn't know me from Adam or Eve, and he just walked up to me, and he was like, excuse me, and I was like, yes, and he was like, I need help. And I'm looking like, me? You want me to help you? How? How? And he's like, and he just out of nowhere just started telling me his life story. And I'm like, wow. And I was telling my sister, she's like, whoa, if he's telling you, that means God sent him to you and you need to help. Like, you need to go and help. You have a platform, use it. You have a big platform, use it. And I'm like...
So I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking, as you were talking, I was thinking, here's somebody saying, this is what I need, like your sister said. And it's like, is there a way to gather all the things that are in New York State that help people recover?
Right.
Is there a way? Because then you're talking about housing.
Right.
Then you're talking about so many different issues when it's hard just to live in their house. Their house is their body.
Right.
It's hard to be in their body because maybe, like you said, you've been in a jungle.
Right.
And now you come into civilization and stuff like that. And you're expected to perform like you didn't miss a beat, that you didn't miss the last 25 years of your life.
Right.
Shoot, come on now. You know how we are.
Yeah.
If we missed something last month, we still commiserating about what we missed last month.
Just true.
25 years.
Yeah.
So what I didn't want is I didn't want to have a conversation where it triggers people, but also to say that, you know, like you said, they're hurting. Is there a resource in the community? Is there something in New York State? That would be your question. That would be your research. And that if you have that kind of platform, that would be something where you can put these resources up.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the resource, email it to everyone. I'm trying to, I'm going to do the podcast with this. After this, I'm doing the podcast Life After Incarceration, because if I can get as much information, as much resources.
How about this?
Okay.
How about not life after incarceration? How about resources?
Okay. That'll work. That would definitely work for
bring a resource for incarcerated people.
Right. That would definitely work.
Acting straight up for what you need.
Right. But and I also, because my sister, she said, talk to them, see how they feel. And I say, that's good. That's why I did Life After, because I want to see also if they are actually people out there that has been incarcerated, because the mental thing is a serious thing, and it's really a serious thing for everybody. And I want to know where you at right now. Some people, speaking to him and reading the girl book, they had really it's like they really went dark. It really was a deep depression.
Look, let me tell you, as much as it's that dark and unknown, and that somebody has the courage to even write a line about it.
Right.
Yeah, even that right there is like some courage. If it's just to write a line.
Right.
If they didn't do nothing blah, blah, blah. But to write a whole book is an incredible amount of resilience and courage and things like that. But everybody's not going to be there.
Right. Then that's
and you don't want to trigger people. Tell me about your life after card. If I tell you this, then what you going to give me?
Right. That's why I don't want to trigger the one.
If I start talking to you about this, do you have a psychologist?
Right. That's what I'm trying to. I want to give them all of that if I can. If I can give them all of that, if I can say, well, here you can go speak to this therapist and they really gonna help you, or here go to resources where you can go out and won't be judged for what you did, and you can get this job, and this job is guaranteed. Here you have a place to live. This is guaranteed. I would love to do that, but I gotta make sure I have all the correct information. Make sure I have everything that they can actually use.
Yeah, so just calling all cars, everybody in New York, give me a resource for incarcerated people, give me a halfway house, give me a job program, give me a job training program.
Right.
Any guy, do you know your mother, your mother's mother, your mother's brother, anybody work for the system, anybody work for the city, anybody work for the county that has resources? Can you make those things available to me?
Exactly.
That is the question.
That is the question.
That is the question, because I'm going to tell you this, and this is going to be a little funny.
Okay.
But I went back to my old school. You know how we got together in our old neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And down in LA, South Central LA. And a lot of us ain't seen each other for a lifetime, just a long time. So we got down there, and one of my friends was playing, we got a trivia. What we gonna play trivia? And so some of the questions were like, who was the first person ever to get killed in a chokehold? I'm like, wait a minute.
What kind of trivia is that?
I'm like, wait. Who was the people that was involved in the Reginald Diddy beating down in LA back when Rodney came?
Wow.
We cannot. So I was like, I don't know who came up with this damn list, but I'm gonna get a therapist.
Yes.
To recover.
Yes.
Please.
I can't imagine.
Who our high rollers? We're sitting there looking at each other. We knew all the dope dudes were. They there.
Right.
They still alive.
Right.
But we know that they suffered and things like that. I said, y'all y'all can't have no trivia like that.
No.
So we can't be playing trivia.
Right.
With this life after incarceration question.
Right.
That's all I want to say.
Yeah, you're right.
Because unless you got like 10 therapists trained,
that's going to be there for them.
After they talk, you don't even want to, start this avalanche because maybe it's not that time. Maybe they just need a job where they can just go in there and start doing a job and not have to think about all that past, all that stuff, because it's too real to them. It's their life.
It is their life.
Real to them. It's too real to them. And there's so many people that have taken advantage of people that are already, the downtrodden of the society. They've already been kicked, already been incarcerated. And there's so many people, social justice. Oh, yeah, this is what we're going to do. But you're lining your pockets with the donations that came in. There's too many of them kind of folk out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And too many people trying to create a platform on the backs of other people, and I just saying that's not the platform.
No, I don't want to be right. I don't want to do that. That is not my purpose. I'm not trying to live no one else's life story, because I don't even want to live my own life story. So I don't want to live nobody else's life story. I just want to help if I can.
Look, Sister Resource. That's what you're gonna be. My name is Sister Resource. I got this right here.
Right.
This right here. Here, I got this board right here. I was able to get you in. Here's an electronic, the plumbing union, the electricians union.
Right.
Because everybody's gonna need a plumber. Everybody gonna need an electrician.
That's true.
Everybody gonna need somebody to fix their car.
That's true.
That kind of thing. And so I think I'm calling all cards. If you have resources, can you give me a website?
Yes, and that's what I need. I need, because I also do medical on my podcast, and I tell everybody, if you can't back up this medical, and I can't talk about this if it can't back up. It has to actually come from a doctor, clinical institution, like a medical. You have to back this up for me to talk about it, because I don't want to give no one the wrong information, and I sure don't want to be sued for defamation of lying about medical things.
That's why on here on Wisdom, we're just talking from our experience, and
right.
I'm just speaking from my experience in terms of what I see.
Right. And that's me. I don't talk about nothing I don't know, and I don't try to make it something that it shouldn't be. Thank you for okay.
The trauma, the secondary trauma that I have suffered in my mind, in my body, in my emotions, from even hearing the stories. And healing my body from those stories, and healing my mind, and healing my life from just even being a secondary listener of what's happened.
That's
and stuff
true.
Like that over the last 35 years. And I just want to be honest, want to honor the people. I just want to honor their experience. I want to honor the heart, the mind, the emotions, and I want us to be very sensitive about these types
of topics.
That if I'm not a trained therapist, I need to be giving nobody no advice about that.
I say the same thing. I say the same thing.
Sensitive. I'm not nosy. I don't want to know.
No, me neither.
I don't even want to know the story. I don't have room in my brain for another one of these types of stories. Right. But if I can get me a resource, I can get them to a job training, and I can do something like that.
Give us something we can use.
I don't know if I can do the heavy lifting, but I also know that we have to be sensitive, and that we have to begin to watch what we're saying, because even if you're talking about a case and stuff like that, you're like, oh, I can't imagine. Oh, look at these parents. Shit, I paid the price for that too. So, because now you're into judgment. And so
that's it. That was that question. Are they still being judged? Are you still being judged?
Yeah. But, and I think that, you'll never know what anybody's thinking, right?
Right.
Until they actually say it.
Right.
Until they actually express it. But to have to walk around in that mental state